to Breaking the Fourth Wall, episode 12. I'm your host, Nathan Goff. I'm back by popular demand. If you've missed me, thank you. If you haven't missed me, then you soon will. I'm joined today by the effervescent, always colourful, always here, the bad boy himself of British wrestling, Matthew, the Bad Boy Burns.
I've got to say, I love that introduction.
Yeah, sunglasses and all. If anyone wants the sunglasses, folks, you can find them on mattburnshop.co.uk.
Which, listen, that's not an official website, just so you know, but I do have an official website, which we'll be getting on later on. But there is a possibility of items being sold soon.
Eventually. And hopefully there will be some Breaking the Fourth Wall stuff on there. If there isn't, someone's going to get pile driven onto the chair that he's sitting on.
No, I've already got work on the website to possibly to. Can you remember that little hidden project you've been working on for Breaking the Fourth Wall? Possibly having that on the website.
Yeah. There's also another interesting project which I've been asked about this week. Someone asked me if we were going to go live or not. Wheels are in motion. The wheels are in motion. We are going to be going live very soon.
Yeah.
Possibly in the next couple of months. So in the next 8 weeks we could be going live. If there's a night you'd like to hear us on, just as long as it's in Tuesday or Wednesday, then messages it's over.
I think that would just shoot us. And please avoid, if you can, Friday nights is okay.
For 3 out of 4 weeks probably.
Well, not lately.
Someone's been quite busy. We do apologise for the 2-week hiatus. I've had some personal issues that I've needed to deal with.
And I got dropped on the head.
Matt's been dropped on his head a number of times, from baby up until now, so it's finally catching up with him. He's been very busy, been travelling up and down the United Kingdom, doing some wrestling events, and a number of other projects. And also, there's been a bit of bad news in the wrestling family that he works for.
Yeah, for one of them, which will be sort of mentioned during the some of the results a bit later on. So, but just so you know, out of that situation, it's probably going to be a little bit down, but it shouldn't be down because the person who passed away wouldn't want that. They'd probably try and beat me up.
Yeah, she's probably looking down at us now, asking me to RKO him on the floor and do this show on my own.
Translation basically did what you did on the night out.
Yeah, which was good. You know, I am the new hardcore champion.
You keep forgetting something.
Yes. No.
You can't.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice try.
Fair enough. So this week we've got a lot to catch up on. The wrestling world's been quite busy. It's felt like someone's tried at the self-destruct button in America.
No, that wouldn't have anything to do with a certain three-letter company.
Two certain three-letter companies. Both of them are trying to hit the self-destruct button.
Well, you've got TNA as one of them. And I believe, would you like to name the other one?
WWE.
Correct.
It seems like both of them are just trying to hit the self-destruct button, and which one can give us the fuck up quicker.
I think at the moment TNA's doing that one.
Yeah, at the moment, but all things can change. You know, anything can happen in the WWE, as we've heard many times.
No correction, anything can happen in wrestling.
Yeah. So this week we're going to try clusterfuck 3 weeks worth of wrestling into one friendly episode of podcast or radio talk, whichever one you want to refer to as us. And
either way, it's a laugh.
Yeah.
We're going to try and make it as much fun as possible, as we usually try to do.
Yeah, so with our own unique views, as you probably gathered, I'm quite swear happy. If you don't want your kids listening to me, we do recommend parental guidance is strongly advised.
No kidding.
Matt doesn't swear that much, so kids, you're fine listening to Matt. You just might want to have a bleeping machine by me every time you listen to the show.
Bleeping machine.
Yeah.
A bleeping machine.
Yeah, it could be like Steve Austin, like if you used to watch Raw in the morning.
I'm sorry.
Every word was beep, beep.
Yeah, there's one problem.
And pixelation.
No, there's one problem with you. With them beep machines. You'd probably wear it out in a week.
Yeah, we can buy a new one. I've seen the Breaking the Fourth Wall ones. bank account.
What?
Have you seen the wedge of 20s and 50s in your wallet? It's not break that chair.
Funny. That wasn't from that.
So we've been working on a couple of projects, folks, which you'll probably see coming up in the next couple of weeks. So
and
live podcasts, internet streams, and also hopefully my article should be being released soon. It's been sent over for adjudication.
Yep.
If he hasn't got it, he will have it in the next 24 hours. It's being written. It's quite different. I'm writing another one at the moment on the financial state. For those of you that have actually listened to the actual minute of Sense of Talk, I do actually know what I'm on about when I talk about finance. My degree.
Before this, this is where I'm now going to shill the main host. If you're in trouble and need some finance,
my degree is now in business and finance. I look at accounting, and I've done a couple of reports on financial states of companies. So I do actually know what I'm on about when I talk about the state of the financial state.
And I can back him up because he's got me out of a few states.
So I will be in the process of writing one of them and having a look at the state of it and having a look if TNA can survive without a certain Spike TV deal. And if TNA is just trying to throw a bit more spaghetti at the wall and hoping it'll stick.
I think they're going to need more than just spaghetti.
Yeah, I reckon some shit's going to hit the fan sooner or later.
Yeah, I think so. But the question is how far the radius is going to be going out.
Yeah, it could affect the whole of America if TNA doesn't keep that contract, which is a sad thing to hear. But never mind. There's always my new favourite British company around in good old Scotland being kept alive by certain crazy Scottish bloke.
Let's just say this, right? I've seen this wrestler for a while. You've only just recently got into him?
I've only just recently discovered it when one of our listeners sent me a link to a rebuttal of a entrance. When I was saying that Sandman's got the greatest wrestling entrance in wrestling history. We now have a contender.
We have a contender!
We now have a contender to the throne.
The one that you made.
Yes, so...
the scary thing is, you actually made the throne, even with the crown. What the hell?
I know. And Sandman's cardboard box is right behind us. So, what have you been doing this week?
Well, for me, been in talks with some other companies and whatnot. There's a potential of me possibly returning to a company I haven't been in for a while.
Did a certain wrestling company receive my I want Matt Burns to have a world title shot petition?
Yes, they did. Unfortunately, at the time, they couldn't give me a world title. They couldn't give me a heavyweight title shot. I did surprisingly get a counter title shot though.
Breaking the fourth wall gets results, ladies and gentlemen. This is the podcast to be feared.
And the funny thing about it is I'm not sure if they actually got the actual petition before or after. I'm not too sure because I also went out and did my open challenge. I will say, did get some unexpected. Let's say the answer, yeah. Let's just say this. I saw somebody. Well, it was just quite shocking. But shall we get onto that later, or would you like me to?
No, we'll get onto that later. For those of you that have been watching the last couple of weeks, we aren't going to bore you with some results from 3 weeks worth of Raw, otherwise we'd be here for the next hour and 20 minutes.
I think keep going.
So we're going to try just talk about the storylines instead that are happening at the moment and summarise what's been happening. So since we were last here, we've had Battleground.
Yep.
And we've had 3 episodes of Raw, or 2 episodes of Raw.
Yeah.
So, Layla and Someway have now come together to go against Fandango.
Like the lady killer, what are they? Slayers or something?
Yeah, ladies, manslayers or whatever they are. They can quite happily come slay me. I quite happily spend the night there. You know.
Basically...
They've already slayed the bull.
Let me just say this. I don't normally do this. I want a match against Fandango.
I want a match against Fandango. We'll have a handicap match against Fandango.
No. Gauntlets. When it's well, not when it stays on. You know, when it.
I'll tag teaming them with you.
No. Funny.
Is Trevor who pitched first wins?
No. No, I was thinking loser has to stay in.
Loser has to stay in. Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
So I'll go in. I'll take the win.
No, you won't.
I'll take the win. So what? I'll support you.
You won't take it. No way. If you know.
No. The match would be continuous. We'd be both out there. Both girls would be there. We'd be in playing sides.
Oh no, there's a simple solution. I could hit you with a chair and I could just walk away with it.
I believe someone's thinking about turning heel on me.
Already?
Already?
Because I've got some bad news.
Oh, you had to ring him up.
So that's happened. The angle, it's losing a bit of steam now, but it's funny to see Layla and Summer working together, and hopefully Summer is learning off Layla how to get a reaction.
Yeah.
And use some of Layla's experience, because there's a lot of experience there. Layla does not look her age. She doesn't look 37, and she doesn't move like a 37-year-old. So hopefully Summer can learn some things off Layla there.
Oh hell yeah!
And also they probably come up with some nice dance routines.
Pretty much.
We could have some more expose, like Cali expose, just with Summer and Layla.
Planet Funk needs some new funkadactyls.
Yes, talking about Planet Funk. Matt Burns is now on his own. The Funk Soul Brother has been deserted. There is no Brontosaurus. There is no Cameron. There is no Naomi living there anymore. He's on his own. So if anyone wants to join him on Planet Funk, if you can just send your applications to Matt the Bad Boy Burns on Twitter, and he'll assess through them.
Nice.
So Cameron and Naomi have been fighting. Cameron took a surprise win at Battleground.
Yes.
Didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that.
There's a lot of things I didn't expect at Battleground. It's a bit like Vince just took the script and went,
let's just flip it.
yeah, we'll flip that. So nothing makes sense anymore. So
no, that's the usual WWE thing.
yeah, so that happened at Battleground that we know of.
Yeah. There was also the fact that you got Seth Rollins.
Yes, which he's injured, so we can't fight Dean Ambrose at
Literally
Battleground.
understood that. The reason why, but I like how they kept it going though. They kept it alive with the promo and whatnot. And Dean Ambrose has been doing some good matches. If you've noticed.
He has. He's been working really well. He's been putting in the effort, and he's been selling like he's injured for quite a while now.
The one thing I do like about the whole Ambrose thing is they pummel him, they beat him, they do everything nasty to him, and he just looks at him and goes, "Is that all you got?"
Yeah, I am getting a bit bored of the I'll jump you, you can jump me next week sort of thing. We need something to progress it. Maybe Dean going, right, you love that Money in the Bank contract so much.
Put it on the line.
Put it on the line. Involve it, make it seem like it's, because at the moment it's just taking a back seat.
It is. But then again, that's usually when the best times to cash in. But to be honest with you, the one thing I do expect from Seth, I'm expecting to cash in at WrestleMania.
I aren't expecting him to have it by WrestleMania.
And I'm expecting him to try and cash it. I'm not saying be successful.
No, I aren't expecting him to have the briefcase. When it's cashed in, I'm expecting Dean to have the briefcase and cash it in.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We've got a new stable. We've got the Nation of Domination version 2.
Where they are very different Brother Love.
Yeah, very different Brother Love and a very different Farouk. Even though he does look like the love child of Farouk and Mark Henry.
Did you see the look he gave the Miz?
Yeah.
It was that look as though you owe me some money.
Yeah. So in there at the moment is Kofi.
Which is quite surprising.
Because I imagine Kofi's about to sell some merchandise. Because he's quite like.
He is.
What they like to push.
Bear this in mind. Every wrestler has to have that transition.
Yeah.
You have, you know, you can't just be one side.
Well, there is a certain wrestler that was one side for the whole of his career.
What?
Ricky Steamboat.
But, to what we know of.
No, he's talked about it. He's never worked as a heel.
I've tried it during training seminars, training sessions. You could have done it there. Tried it.
In front of an audience, he has never worked as a heel. He was
No, I
talking,
mean
there's an
marketing
interview given.
in training and whatnot. He's probably tried it there. Or he's been under a mask or something. But every wrestler, I think, I do believe, has to at least try.
Because you believe.
Because I believe.
Do you believe that every wrestler should be a heel?
No. I think every wrestler should at least once be a heel and once be a face. I really do believe that.
Well, I'm glad you believe that, but I reckon if you find something you're comfortable with, you should stick with it as long as it works.
True, but then you don't want it to get stale. And if it gets stale, then where do you go on to it if you're too used to it?
Well, John Cena's character's got stale and he's still selling more merchandise than anyone else in professional wrestling.
He's what we call a freak of nature.
An anomaly.
Yes.
There you go. I'll go with your own argument here.
He's a freak of nature.
But no, it'll be different to see how they work. And the rumoured last person of that four-man stable is the world's strongest man.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
He's supposedly ready to come back to return. So that'll be interesting to see how the Nation of Domination comes off in this era.
Well, if you think about it though, that's old school, having Mark Henry.
Yeah.
He was in the original.
We are the nation
of domination.
I just want to hear that once more.
Oh, that'd be epic.
Yeah.
That'd be epic.
If I could just do that coming over the loudspeaker in an arena somewhere.
And with Mark Henry with the Hall of Pain attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dominating.
Instead of your sexual chocolate attitude.
I don't know what you're on about. That Hall of Pain.
So that was interesting.
Yeah.
Something that caught both of our attentions. People have been screaming out for a certain company to go back to the good old days of Attitude Era.
I already know what's coming.
And a certain person cut a certain promo a couple of days after a certain incident.
Ooh, would this be a battlegrounds?
Yes. This certain person is blonde. She goes out with a Bulgarian trying to pretend to be a Russian
sympathiser.
Yeah, we don't even know if he's properly Bulgarian. It's actually an American-Canadian woman trying to be a Russian sympathiser, citizen.
But she does pull it off.
Yeah, she pulls it off very well. Now, notice in there how I said pretending, because this is sports entertainment. Like that you get every week on your television are people who go out and go there to entertain you for your needs addiction for wrestling. This is not real life, this is scripted and it's meant to get a reaction.
What? I don't know what you hear.
Somewhere behind me is a person screaming, "It's still real to me, damn it." But this is there for people's entertainment, and certain people have took into an offence of the promo cut, saying that you blame Russia for the recent events. Now, if this was done in 1997, like a certain promo,
yeah,
where a certain two people and a certain porn star cut a certain promo,
yes,
against the network, everyone loved that. Not many people moaned and bitched, but this promo caught a lot of attention and has almost derailed one of the best rivalries on our tally, because it's something that's touching home and it's getting heat. Not this fake heat because we'll boo you because you suck. Actual heat because it's making people feel patriotic.
And then they're gonna fight again.
Jack Swagger has found his niche in life.
As a face. First time ever face.
It's took him 6-7 years to actually find the character that suits his all-American background. And have a guess what it is? Actually representing America. But now that Lorna's offended off the American public by saying that certain events that have happened, mainly the Malaysian Airlines aircraft being shot down by Russian missiles in Ukraine, which wasn't by the Russians that you can prove, has caused some offence. I'm saying that it shouldn't be allowed on your telly. Now, people need to make their minds up. Do you want edgier television where you're actually able to jump in with the storylines, or do you want more of your John Cena being shoved down your throat? I aren't asked either way because I think Cena's pretty decent.
Basically, I believe what you're saying is, if you're after something, don't get offended if you get it.
Yes. You wanted the boundaries pushed. They pushed the boundaries. When they push the boundaries, you moan. This is the problem with wrestling nowadays. We've been given too much, and now we moan and bitch when something happens, and it touches a little bit too close to home. Now, whatever you say is going to offend someone, so if you can't handle it, don't ask for it.
Agreed. If you're asking for it, then when you do get it, if you don't like it, then I'm sorry, but you've asked for it.
Yeah, you know, people should know that this is a woman pretending to be a Russian with a man pretending to be a Russian synthesizer. Their views are probably the same as everyone else's in the world, but instead they choose to portray something on the telly to get a reaction to help entertain the fans, and yet they get blasted and God knows what else.
They got blasted, degraded, and all of a sudden...
And it probably could have cost them the job, with like a certain heel that was probably the best thing that happened in 2004 to the WWE.
Yeah.
Mohammed Hassan, who lost his job, and have a guess where he is now? Do you know where he is?
I really don't know.
He's a school teacher.
Ooh.
It's one of the best things to happen to professional wrestling in the noughties. One of the best heel characters that they ever had, which was just gold.
One of the characters that was decimating faces.
Getting a proper heel reaction.
And then something tragic happened, unfortunately.
Which was the 7/7 London bombings.
But that could, that couldn't be helped.
No, it couldn't be helped. WWE still chose to go with the angle that they had, which was to have 5 people come down to the ring and carry the Undertaker off like a martyr. Well, they carried Daivari off like a martyr, and they destroyed the Undertaker with Wyatt and the beatdown.
Yeah.
And Mohammed Hassan just knelt on there, like encouraging this. Yeah, so that happened. We lost one of the greatest deals of that decade because political correctness has took this planet over, and now everyone's too scared to do something or say something because they don't want to offend the person across from them. Well, if you don't want to offend them, don't ask for things.
Oh, and just to let you know, if you have been offended by this message, please send it an email to We Don't Care.
Oh no, I've had to set one up. It's I don't give a fuck at hotmail.com.
There you go.
So yeah.
No, as much as I can say, I'm not very swear happy, very, as you always say to them, the disclaimer and whatnot. I'm sorry, but I've got to agree with you on this one. Come on, boycott. They're being coddled. They're being coddled. The fans have.
Yeah.
To the point where
the fans have been spoilt. When the war was on between WCW and WWE, the lines were pushed so far, we almost had a live on-screen. What happened with Undertaker and Steve Austin? What did they call it when they tried to... a live embalming. We almost had a live embalming on the television screen.
Yep.
We had multiple live crucifixions on tally.
Yeah. We also had a certain...
In 2006-07, we had a live sex celebration. Now, a couple of words have offended people. This is wrestling gone mad, ladies and gentlemen.
But political correctness gone mad.
Yeah, and wrestling fans are getting offended by the smallest of things. You've watched people be sacrificed on a cross. You've watched one person being bombed.
You've watched a person get thrown off a hell in a cell through a table.
Yeah. You've watched... I can't even... The list goes on things that we've watched. We've watched someone being tied to a ceiling and pretend to have his penis cut off.
Oh, choppy.
Yes. We've had people pouring blood over people.
Yep.
We've had fire matches.
Oh, inferno matches, yeah.
Yeah, we've had inferno matches.
Yep.
We've had kidnappings.
Ooh. Child adoption.
Child adoption.
Yeah, that one I couldn't believe myself.
The list goes on of things that have happened, and people ignore them. And yet when someone says something about a recent event, people get offended. Why? You've watched all these things and continue to watch, and yet one promo where it just goes on recent events, it goes wrong. Where really, when all these events are happening somewhere around the world, yet someone doesn't kick off because Stephanie McMahon, when she was a teenager, got kidnapped by the Undertaker and then almost forced to marry them. When there's loads of people in other countries that get kidnapped all the time. So where's your argument to the journalist then?
Right, I think we better move this off this subject right now before it comes into a massive rant, and we don't want to be ranting on this episode. Come on.
Oh, there's going to be plenty of room to rant when Dixie Carter comes around later.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, save that round for that.
But yeah, so that's got on my nerves a little bit, that it picked up major mainstream attention. But
yeah,
it was a good.
But to be honest with you, last time I checked, there's an old saying, is there? Any news is good news.
Yeah, so that's happened. Daniel Bryan's
might be having a second
surgery, which we covered on the last one. Brie versus Stephanie McMahon.
Daniel Bryan stopping a burglar. Oh wait, we didn't cover that one.
No, Daniel Bryan stopping a burglar and applying a submission move to stop.
They never said what submission moves, but I guarantee you, every single wrestling fan is probably, you know, if they listen to us, probably hoping it's the yes lock.
It was the no lock.
Yes lock.
No.
Yes.
It was the no, you're not nicking my house lock. They reckon it was a chokehold.
No, I'd say yes, you were going to jail lock.
They reckon it was actually a chokehold, which I don't think the law bylaw classes as a chokehold.
It can be considered a chokehold. It depends on how it's applied.
But they reckon it was a chokehold that he had in for 5 minutes to subdue this burglar.
Probably either a guillotine or a rear choke.
Yeah, it would have been ace if we put him up in the proper surfboard. Could you imagine when the cop got there? How have you got him up there? Yeah. How has that happened? So that's happened.
And it'd be even more funny if the cop started checking Danny Bryan's shoulders.
Yeah. Can't see when he moves his shoulders off the floor. First one we counted to 3 goes to jail, folks. So that's happened.
What do you think of the whole Stephanie angle?
Stephanie versus Brie, that's been a decent angle. Drawn out, very drawn out.
And I noticed that WWE started dropping the B word a lot.
Yes, the WWE loves the basket word at the moment.
Yes, they do, don't they?
Yes, everyone's a basket on WWE television.
What's going on here?
I'll probably use my swear allowance up for YouTube.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry. I had to pause then because I had to literally think. Did he just avoid that word?
Yeah, everyone is a basket at the moment, according to WWE television when them two are on screen. You know, it probably isn't the first time that Stephanie's been in handcuffs on television or on private film.
Oh.
See, I was looking forward to Stephanie versus Nikki Bella first. It could have been the battle of the boob jobs.
Could have been.
You know,
yeah.
Like you could have had a big massive nipple slip. Imagine how much mainstream attention that would have got if Stephanie's nipple had shown on television.
Oh, you mean not like how it did before, which I thought, oh wait, it did happen.
Yeah.
And bear this in mind, Nikki is supposedly the nipple slip master.
Yeah, she dropped her nipple out in that 4-on-1 handicap match.
Yep.
But yeah, Nikki versus Brie versus Stephanie. That's happening at SummerSlam. She's now been re-employed at a cat fight, which I can't remember what the crowd chanted. It was either "This is awesome" or "This fucking sucks."
It was a mixture of both, I believe.
Yeah. So.
But I will say, you've got to give Stephanie her due.
She's getting really like she's mastering the heel side of her character.
Oh, she's a master of it.
I just think it's being wasted on Brie. Brie doesn't get a reaction from the crowd.
Ooh.
She isn't like most of the divas are there as like either they can wrestle or
Stephanie is, I've got to say, a master at being a heel.
Yeah.
She knows exactly what to say, how to work him.
But
She knows how to reel him in, and then just go crack, and then one minute more, a bit of salt in the wounds. After she just struck it, starts doing a yes chant.
yeah, I reckon that this is going to be like the opening for SummerSlam. Because if it's anywhere else, it's going to just get booed.
Yeah.
Because the match itself isn't going to be a technical masterpiece.
No.
It's just going to be a whole lot of slap and roll and slap and roll.
And probably some interference.
Yeah. So that's what probably will happen in that match.
Yeah.
We've also had.
One thing I will say though, I did not expect Jericho.
Yeah, it was nice. It's been almost 10 years since we've had Jericho call
Insulting.
Stephanie a trash bag hoe. It was a nice revisionist for the
That's
Attitude Era.
right. I can breathe again now. You're back to swearing.
That wasn't a swear word.
I'm waiting for you to start swearing again. I'm used to you being abusive.
So we've had that. So it's been about 10 years since we've had Jericho insult Stephanie.
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be some more background there because there isn't many other people that could go out and call Stephanie a hoe on live television.
With the husband in the ring.
Yeah. So that was there. We've got Jericho versus Wyatt.
Oh, that's always epic.
I was surprised Jericho picked up
Yes.
a win at Battleground.
I was expecting Wyatt get the win.
Yeah.
It would have solidified it. But I liked what he's done.
Yeah. Now it's SummerSlam Jericho versus Wyatt without Eric and
Yeah.
Harper.
And it'd be good if I think for this match, Jericho needs to take the loss,
Yeah, he does, and then they can have a rubber match at Night of Champions.
which will then end it.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, the subject.
You're missing a match.
I was in the page.
No, we'll cover Paige last because she's getting better with her work.
Okay.
We've got the Beast Incarnate versus the Doctor of Thugonomics. Paul Heyman sold that match in one promo.
That's Paul Heyman. What'd you expect? Mister, the one.
My client is the one in 21 and 1. But he solidified John Cena like as the pinnacle of WWE.
We have forgot another match actually.
Go on.
Oh,
I don't believe.
you don't believe?
No, I know the Ziggler versus Miz is happening.
Yeah.
Potentially with Bo Dallas in as a triple threat.
No, you don't know what happened to Bo Dallas.
I know he lost his streak.
Oh yes.
I couldn't care. That's a low point of view. Because he shouldn't be on national television.
What shocked me is the fact that
They lost it to R-Truth.
yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Anyway, I just want to get that out of the way quickly. So any Bo Leavers out there? Sorry.
No, so Paul Heyman sold that match for me in 15 minutes.
Back on to Cena versus Lesnar.
That is your main event of, like, it's the poster boy from 2002, Brock Lesnar, versus the poster boy from 2004 to now.
And what's so surprising is, bearing in mind, okay, Cena won the last round, but did Cena look convincing in the win?
No, he took a beating
He took a pummeling.
and then after he
I'll
Supermaned his way
be honest, okay, you can say that, but it looked legitimate though.
Yeah.
Because it looked like Lesnar made a mistake.
Lesnar Cena matches are classics, but they're never pretty.
Oh,
It's a slobber knocker.
it's not pretty. What do you expect? You expect ballet?
No, but it'll be interesting because Heyman sold Cena off as something worth chasing.
Oh yeah.
15 world titles in 10 years. 15 world titles in 10 years. He's nearly got as more as Ric Flair's WWE record. Not Ric Flair's actual record, because people don't realise that Ric Flair has won 20 world titles, or Jerry Lawler has the most records, has the record for the most titles held in professional wrestling.
You only need to research that one to know what the actual number is.
Yes, but Jerry Lawler isn't the king for no reason. But Ric Flair has got the most world titles at 20. Recognised world titles.
Recognised, yeah. It's just astronomical.
20 world titles, so Cena's got to win 5 more, and then he's equal probably one of the greatest in-ring performers who there. But you can't take it away from him. 15 world titles in 10 years.
That's just...
And even sold that's something worth chasing, and that put legitimacy there.
It does. It does.
But what does that say about Randy Orton, who's got 11 or 12 world titles in 10 years? That was the problem of having 2 titles.
Yeah.
Reigns came too easily.
Reigns came too easily, people coming and going. And
Batista, for the love of God, is a 7-time world champion. Batista's got more world titles than Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart.
I think I've got more than The Rock.
More than no, Rock's on 7. Undertaker's on 6 or 7. So he's got the same amount as The Rock and Undertaker.
Alright.
This is something that annoys me. Have a guess who's got more titles than Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Kane, Big Show,
Go on.
probably Hulk Hogan,
Go on.
Iron Sheik, Harley Race, Bob Backlund, to name a few.
Oh, well, there's only a few. There's Triple H, John Cena. Who are you going to say?
Jeff Jarrett,
Oh, that's just Jeff Jarrett. Come on.
12-time world champion. 12 times.
Come on. With Jeff Jarrett. Who would be on the wheel for him getting his title shots in WCW?
That bloke's got 12 world titles recognised.
Yeah, he has.
That's got more titles than Shawn Michaels,
Bear
Bret
this in mind.
Hart.
Bear this in mind. This is under Daddy's company name. Under Daddy's company. On his own company.
But he's got more titles than Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. That bloke is going to be recognised as one of the as a world champion that's had more titles than Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and some of the greatest wrestlers that have ever laced up a pair of boots. And all he was in WCW and WWE was a glorified mid-card talent.
I can't disagree with you there.
If you had 12 intercontinental title reigns, happy days. How many world titles did Owen Hart get?
Not many.
None.
Oh no, world titles. No, he didn't. He didn't get a chance.
No. And Jeff Jarrett's got 12 of them.
And it's oh God, yeah. That's bad.
Sorry, folks. There's a bit of ranting here because like people
Right.
don't understand the severity of that claim that Jeff Jarrett's got more titles than half the wrestling greats in the world.
Exactly.
It's
It's shocking. Anyway,
So that's moving on from that one. Miz versus Dolph Ziggler for the from the US title, isn't it, or the Intercontinental? No, Intercontinental.
yeah, it is. I see.
Yeah.
Because the
US is held by a certain Irish champion.
Yep. The IC title. I like how they got the whole money maker thing.
Yeah, his Hollywood persona suits him. It's a nice persona.
It's a nice change for him. Ziggler.
It's on a roll.
It's on a roll. It's good to see him.
Yeah, it's nice. He looks like he's enjoyed himself again. He looks like he's out of whatever doghouse he's been in.
I liked how he got Ryback.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sweet. Straight over, land, boom! Straight into that zigzag.
So that's happened. That's probably all the storylines that are going to be at SummerSlam.
No.
What else happened at SummerSlam?
Women's title?
Paige versus AJ.
Yeah.
That'll probably be some sort of stipulation. This is probably the greatest feud we've had since Lita and Trish Stratus.
That's going to be good. I think, because
Paige is coming into her own. Everyone needs that one feud that defines.
It's not just that. Paige has turned. The Paige has turned. I'm sorry. That
They
was
just
bad.
couldn't resist.
I couldn't. It says itself.
So
She had to turn.
yeah,
To be more
the anti-diva.
the anti-diva, the character that I've seen her on NXT, the character I've seen on Independence, and believe me, if anybody thinks, oh, she's not going to be aggressive against AJ,
She will.
she will. And I think it's good that they're going to let AJ possibly be aggressive as a face as well.
Yeah.
Because then it's going to be like an aggressive match from both sides.
Yeah, which will be nice.
And I did not expect Paige to literally bring up the C word.
CM Punk.
Oh yeah.
She did the taunt at a live event.
Yeah.
She did the go to sleep taunt on AJ, which is brilliant.
Oh, I did not expect that.
No, which is good. You need to get heat.
Oh yeah. And
Well,
no, not only that, she also called her the C word.
cunt.
Crazy.
Oh.
Crazy.
Yeah, she is though.
No, but bear this in mind, the last person I called her crazy, what happened? Didn't she cheap shot leave the guys in pain?
Yeah.
And that was full grown men.
Yeah. So that's happened. Everyone needs that one feud that defines them. I reckon this will be the feud that defines AJ. Not AJ, I mean Paige.
I think they'll do both.
Yeah.
They'll do both. They'll do both nicely. It's going to be brilliant because if you think about it, they've both sort of done the same thing with each other.
Yeah.
But what's going to be the next step? Is Paige going to get the title back? Is AJ going to keep the title?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But that's probably all the main storylines that we've got covering for SummerSlam.
Right. Heads up, people.
So
Incoming rant in 10 minutes time.
So in other related World Ride news, we've got the signing of two big and independent signings. I was going to call them indie signings, but they're really independent signings.
Yep.
We've got Prince TV and Kenta. Yeah, and we've got Kenta. Sorry, a free. We've also got.
Listen, don't you forget him. Don't you forget him.
We've also got some jumped up indie Mark. Kevin
He's
Steen.
not an indie Mark.
Do you really think he's going to succeed?
He's Mr. Wrestler.
Do you really think he's going to succeed? Bearing in mind, we had this conversation at some point last week when the news came, and we both said he probably won't succeed in their model.
He might struggle in their model, but if they actually are willing to modify it a little bit, he may get away with it. But if they try to force him into the mold, then he ain't gonna be the same.
He's probably one of the few wrestlers that should have stayed where he was because he was probably more over.
But he'll probably get more over if he doesn't succeed, regardless.
If they keep him with the same persona that he's got now, he'll succeed.
Oh,
because people know it. Jerry Lawler's already trying to play him over with that persona.
Yep.
As I showed,
yeah.
I sent you the links for the promos because his last independent match was worked against the WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Kevin Steen faced Jerry Lawler in a pile driver versus pile driver match. I'm still trying to find the video to send you for that one. It looked quite a decent match.
Oh yeah.
But so we've got three people that work completely different styles. You've got Kevin Steen, who's the Smash Mouth style.
Oh, he's brilliant. What I'll say is, everyone seems to go crazy over how he's doing ladder matches and whatnot. How many guys can say that they are Kevin Steen size and have ladder matches like he's had?
Yeah. There was also a nice little tribute to a certain person they faced in a ladder match.
Oh, yeah.
One of his last shows, I think it was either PWG, which was Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Oh.
Where he had his last match, he lost, and then he made reference that he was going to Mexico to look after orphans. Now, for those of you that don't know why he said that he was going to Mexico to look after orphans, there's a long-standing joke on the indie scene that says that Al Generico is missing from wrestling, or as you will know him, Sami Zayn, is missing from wrestling because he has gone to Mexico and adopted some orphans.
I did pick up on that, and I had to smile and laugh at it.
I just thought it was a brilliant touching tribute.
And he's gold on the mic. He's gold.
Seems a little bit forced, but they can push that out of him.
Well, that seems a little bit forced, but if you ever look up ROH...
I've watched Ladder Wars.
No. It's his promo as the anti of wrestling.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. There's a lot of people who can have some good matches with. John Moxley, example, Dean Ambrose, Tyler Black, or Seth Rollins, as you'll know him.
Yep.
He could go up against Sami Zayn, Pac.
Oh.
There's loads of people that can work with
And then
Kevin Steen,
eventually,
and they can push.
and then eventually, if he gets to the top,
There's WrestleMania
Cena,
versus Steen, kill.
Rise above hate.
So it'll be interesting.
That was the wrong way round. Why the hell am I doing the Cena quote and you're doing the Kevin Steen?
Because I don't want you to have your moments of glory.
Damn it.
So it'll be interesting to see how that works. We've got Kenta, who could turn out like a certain Mystico.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will, because there's people there that have worked with him.
Yeah, I've seen on the Japanese scene.
He's worked American wrestling. He's worked in Ring of Honor.
And I believe he's been in WWE when it was linked with the Japanese wrestling.
Yeah, so I reckon that Kenta's going to be alright.
He'll be fine.
They just need to put him through some English lessons, because according to sources, he doesn't speak a word of English.
No.
So they need to put him through English lessons. Mind you.
If not, translate it.
Mind you, no, because you need to speak to each other in the ring, don't you?
Yeah.
So they might need to put him through some American lessons first.
Possibly.
And then the last one, I'll let you talk about this bloke, is Virgil Devitt.
All I'll say is, he is one hell of a wrestler. I'm a top fan of his. If anybody ever knows, look up Bullet Club. He was a leader of it. He was a real rock and roller.
Bullet Club goes from Wrestle 1. If anyone's wondering where Bullet Club come from, it's Wrestle 1, which is a company owned by the Great Muta in Japan.
And bear this in mind.
Which has quite a lot of American stars in it, like Alex Shelley, to name one. AJ Styles is doing a couple of shows over there as well.
He's their champ.
Yeah, so there is a couple of American stars over there as well.
But this guy is astronomically amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen him wrestle bigger guys, smaller guys. I don't think I've ever actually seen a bad match of him. And I've actually seen this guy in person. He went up against Mark Haskins at Southside. Unfortunately for Mark Haskins, I thought he almost got killed in the first 2 minutes. He got drop kicked almost literally out of his wrestling boots before the match even began. And with Devitt, he's also got this paint thing on his body now. If WWE see how popular he's getting with that, they'll let him keep it. Because have you seen some of the designs?
Yeah.
Does that look awesome or not? He looks awesome.
So there's 3 good independent signings. At this rate, WWE's closest competitor is going to be its developmental.
Oh yeah. It's
a bit like NXT is like the who's who of independent talent all in one arena.
Who is going to be the top talent?
Yeah.
Just go down the list of people that are on that show. I can pretty much name at least about 5+ stars that could probably go on that show, and let's be on Raw, getting the reactions that they need, that the crowd needs to be giving.
Yeah, so it's nice.
Want to give out.
So like these people are going to be big once given the chance.
We're getting very close, aren't we?
We're getting very close. I reckon though that YouTube has the capacity to take a little bit over, doesn't it?
You know what? I'd say are we going there? Is this going to be just episode 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to run over a little bit. We try to keep it to an hour, but there's a lot to catch up on. So we'll keep it running over. I think YouTube could probably take about 70-75
Actually,
minutes.
Let's give it a go. Let's see what we can push.
If not, we'll split it off into part 1, part 2. You can do that, can't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't load the video up. My technical side is absolutely useless.
I'll either, if I can't do this, I'll get some whiz kid on it.
Yeah. So moving on to our next problem is the self-destructive American wrestling. So
can you remember that warning I gave out about 10 minutes ago? Here it comes now.
so in one side of America, in Tennessee, we have a company that's supposed to be the second biggest promotion in America that has just lost its contract with
Spike TV. Ouch.
So now they have until October to find a new contract, or otherwise.
And let's just say this, folks. Everyone seems to think, oh, that's months away. That's you know what? No.
That's 2 months.
It's 2 months. Bear this in mind. Weeks, days go by very quickly. Weeks go by quickly. Literally, it's almost like blink, and the month's up.
So that's 2 months, which is 8 weeks, and they've probably got about 2 weeks left of pre-recorded to go, and then the taping again at the same place for another 6 weeks. I won't get on to that. If you want to hear my rant on pre-recorded 6 weeks tapings, and you can go back and you can listen to all the episodes. I think it's episode 10 where I go on an 8-minute rant. But
trust me, I don't fancy you going on that one. But besides, you need stories.
So TNA, if they don't find a new contract or they don't re-sign with Spike, which at the moment it looks very unlikely because Spike have cancelled, this could cost them. It's estimated that Spike TV brings in $323 million a year in like revenue, and then it spends that revenue on programs. So it's bought a TV series. A TV series costs about £600,000 an episode.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound much when you're making $323 million, but when you're also paying out for other things. TNA supposedly costs them about $8 million a year, which sounds quite cheap, but Spike is, I think it's, according to what I found out, the latest figures aren't out, but the figures I found was from 2012, it's the 23rd biggest channel in America.
Yeah.
So it brings in that. The Bellator contract as well costs it about $50 million it cost, because Spike now own a big share in, so Bellator cost them $50 million to buy, and then it costs them in like cheap for episodes.
Yeah.
But then you have to pay to purchase these episodes of Cops that they keep on rerunning, and then all the other programs. Now, supposedly TNA isn't bringing Spike the money back that it'll like, even though it brings in 1 million views each week as one of their highest viewed shows.
Yeah.
So Spike have now had enough, and they've used the excuse of a certain wrestling legend or jackass, depending which way you look at it. Vince Russo is the reason why they don't want to deal with TNA anymore.
Basically, it was supposedly rumoured that Spike had informed TNA not to rehire Russo. That's one of the big reasons why we are allowing you. And then suddenly TNA sort of tried to secretly get him in.
Yeah, they've been
This is the wrestling business, people. There's no secrets.
There's just rumours and bitches.
And what happens with rumours? It gets checked out to get proven. And what did Spike do? They heard the rumour, they checked it out, and what happened?
They found the elephant in the room.
Oh yeah.
Which was Vince Russo being used as like a confidant to run through and write some storylines for him. Now, Vince Russo isn't as bad as everyone makes out to be.
He's had some hits, he's had some misses.
Vince Russo, if put in a team where he can bounce ideas off and
he's filtered.
Yeah, he needs a filter. He could be brilliant. Like, the wrestling business needs a Vince Russo, but they also need a Vince McMahon to tell him he's a jackass and his idea sucks.
And to say no.
Yeah. So Dixie Carter hasn't got the capacity to do that because she's just drinking the Kool-Aid and loving being on telly each week. So now Dixie has gone and told everyone that they're still negotiating. There'll be some good news coming in the next couple of weeks. Now, unless this good news is a contract for 10 million, 12 million a year
with another TV company,
then there is no good news, because all that talent there will have to perform house shows. TNA house shows aren't drawing brilliantly.
And I've got to say, it'd be a shame to see that many talent to go.
Strip clubs draw more crowds than TNA does at a couple of house shows.
But also, if TNA's gone, what's going to go on to boot camp? Boot camp. It's not like I've actually got some friends going. I've been invited.
Yeah, so
Talented wrestlers.
So going through that then, so the option for TNA is to try work as an independent company and do some high pay-per-views. Probably won't make the money. They've got talent that costs too much, like Bullywug Ray, Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, Bobby Roode just signed a new contract.
Yep.
Brooke Tesmock has just signed a new contract. Zema Ion's just signed a multi-year contract. They've just signed a war veteran. So my question is, why are they signing people when they're unsure about if they're going to have a television deal?
They may have a backup plan.
No, they need to release this plan, because
True.
yeah, or otherwise. It looks at the moment like the nails are going in the coffin. The hole's been dug and they're just waiting for someone to put them in it.
Pretty much.
And fill it up.
Pretty much.
Like TNA's on its way out, so TNA has really got two options. One of them is to try to find a new television deal and keep the same money that they got from Spike, and hopefully that they pick up more views.
Yep.
Or hope that someone comes in, buys the library, and they can make some money out, and Dixie can get some money and run.
Pretty much.
Supposedly their tape library would go for £500 an hour.
Whew. That'd be quite and it's good. The library's not. It's quite big.
Yeah, there's 10 years of recording on there. Now WWE would probably buy that just because they've just signed Sting, and Kurt Angle will probably go back to him when his contract finishes.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah. You need that. But we'll have to see. We'll need to see.
I don't think Vince will pay £500 an hour though.
No. I'm not about that. I'm not about the. We'll have to see if.
Yeah.
What
I think if Vince offers them, it'll be like a similar deal to what he did with ECW.
Possibly.
Here's 20-30 million, bugger off.
Good.
Yeah.
I still can.
Run, or otherwise I'll just purchase it from the...
From direct.
Yeah, like, I'll just purchase it from the auditors when they take you out.
One way or the other, I'll get the company.
Yeah. So, that would then make Ring of Honor the second biggest company in America.
That's important.
Someone needs to step up and challenge. Now, Sinclair Broadcasting have stated that they're not going to sell not TNA, they're not going to sell Ring of Honor. So that's good. Ring of Honor has a mini television deal, it only broadcasts in certain areas in America.
But
so they're working on getting a
there is a way.
nationwide.
There is a way of actually watching the shows, but you have to do certain stuff which you can't mention.
Yeah. So that's that side, and then if you go over to New York,
Yep.
WWE is planning on sending the WWE Network International. Now, this is going to sound quite selfish. One of your biggest areas is England or the United Kingdom.
Yep.
Why are you not releasing the network here until October when you want buys? You need a certain amount of subscribers to meet your target.
Yep.
They're going to release it in Canada and some other far out places. The Canadians aren't done. Most of them probably have already linked to American servers through proxies and thus pay.
Oh, you mean like how the British have it sometimes?
Sometimes, but if it came over here, more people would have it. I know I get it because I can't be arsed changing my server.
Same with me.
So I'd buy it because there's loads on there that I want to watch. But the Canadians, they're going to charge the Canadians $11.99, which on a conversion rate works out the same as it would in US dollars.
Fair enough.
So that's how much they're going to charge.
So let's hope they do the same with those.
Yeah, so if they worked out to $10, it's supposedly got 690,000 viewers at my last check.
About that.
It was announced at the financial report, which was done for the end of June, the 30th of June.
Yeah.
So if someone feels online, you'll go, he's wrong, he's an idiot, that they're up at 700,000.
Yeah.
But latest figures show that the figure's probably going to be more accurately at 690,000.
Possibly.
Which means each month off the subscriptions they're making $6,900,000. But they need to reach 1.4 million subscribers for the network to be a success. Roll it out in the areas that want to have it first, and then take it into the areas that haven't got a big fan base.
And I find it insane that they haven't come to England first. England are insane on wrestling.
Yeah.
The UK
Scotland, Drew McIntyre's just come back to us.
Oh yeah. That's
So there's loads of people over here that will probably have it. You could probably get another 200,000 subscriptions just from over here.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying to you. There's many countries around the world that are begging for it, and they're making them wait.
Yeah.
How stupid.
Like Australia would probably get some out. So once you enrol it in the right areas, it seems like they haven't done the research for the market areas first.
No
Which
kidding.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they have. But if you release it in Canada, surely you could release it to us at the same time.
Why not?
Now we're going to have to wait until Survivor Series,
Oh yeah.
because it'll be October when we get it,
About right.
supposedly.
Supposedly.
Like, if we're going to have to wait any longer, then everyone's just going to stick to using Sky.
Pretty much, and probably rather pay the little bit extra
For Sky box office.
for the Sky box office instead of being mucked about all the time.
Yeah. So, they need to sort that area out. If this fails, then WWE will lose a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Cripple.
money. Yeah, it'll cripple.
Bear some mind.
Because they are now a publicly traded company. They're not private owned where they can limit the losses. This is a publicly traded company.
And if it goes wrong, it can cripple.
Yeah, because the share price will go down, which means the company's value will go down, and then shareholders can kick off, and then Vince McMahon might not own the company. So this is the biggest risk that WWE has ever taken.
Oh, it's a big risk.
So the network needs to succeed for the WWE to still exist. If it fails, you might not have any wrestling in America anymore. On a mainstream basis.
Oh no, there will be. There will be. Probably one of the other companies will probably step up.
But none of them on a mainstream basis that WWE has. This company
Not
does
yet.
that much charity work.
Oh yeah.
There's loads of things that would feel the effect if WWE wasn't around. The Special Olympics wouldn't have a partner organisation
Exactly.
anymore. Make-A-Wish wouldn't have a John Cena character working with them that often.
Fight against cancer.
The cancer, what's their charity that they call it? It's pink. I forget what it's called. It's in the back of my mind. On there, the Susan G. Coleman Cancer Foundation.
I like how you pull that out.
Which is the one that they advertise for a month where all of them have big merchandise. All these charities like that, they wouldn't have a partner organisation. Mantle wouldn't be able to release the figures, which would then mean a drop in their sales figures. Jim Johnston and all these recording artists wouldn't be able to get paid for the tracks on royalties. The CDs wouldn't be there. If WWE fails, America's going to feel it. It'll be a big loss in America.
There'll be a big loss everywhere.
Because it's revenue that just goes from everywhere. Like WWE being around, their main office has about 750 workers in Stamford, Connecticut, and then you've got all the road crew, the wrestlers. WWE failed because of their network.
By the way, this sort of speech also goes for sort of TNA, but just on a small. TNA would be on a small scale, but it would be sad if they went.
Yeah, if they go, it's sad because it's people out of jobs, but WWE would affect America more than if TNA went out.
Yeah, but TNA would still affect.
Yeah, but just not on a widescreen thing like this would. Like if you look at it now on that,
it's scary.
It affects.
It's scary.
It affects a lot more people than
what people give it.
Yeah, because like all the money that they give charities and everything like that, the charities won't be able to have the money because the WWE isn't giving it to them.
Well, to be honest with you, I've got to say one thing now about this catch up. I thought it was going to take a lot longer than this, just to cover WWE and TNA.
There, I've held back on the ranting because it is a serious subject. You know, it isn't like it's a 6 weeks taping. It's a serious subject that could affect wrestling, and
exactly.
At this rate, I might have to talk about Japanese wrestling if these two companies go out.
Well, that's where I'm alright then.
So that's what's happened there. Do you want to talk about your wrestling shows very quickly?
Right. For me, I did some slam shows up Stone Way. I've got to say that was fun. But I will say this though. I heavily advise against any wrestler doing 2 matches on the same show when it's boiling. please have water bucket on standby to throw at me.
Didn't you lose all 3 matches?
I don't know what you're on about.
Didn't you lose all 3 matches and one of them to a female?
I have no idea what you're on about. Again?
The Austrian intergender tag team match.
Barricade flattened me.
There was a female involved in that. Then
I
you
got
got
cheap
kicked
shots
by your
twice.
partner. And
Hey! Getting cheap shots is not nice. You know, one point size. It's not nice.
So yeah. So Matt Burns and the female kind aren't totally in love at the moment. So if there's special someone out there for him that wants to come bring his mojo back, if you want to send him a message, he'd much appreciate that.
I was expecting another cheap plug to the Twitter page.
So you also had a United Wrestling show, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Right, I'll get this part out of the way very quickly because it's not because I don't care or anything. It's just really sad. It really saddened me and whatnot. And we want to try and keep this as this as joyful as possible. But we were at the United show and unfortunately we had a
I do apologise, folks. I've just had one of the listeners just send me in a link for something that I wanted to listen to. Someone has actually done a mix for Grado's theme tune with Goldberg's entrance.
I don't believe it already.
So, I might play you a little hint of that on the way out.
Right. All I'll say is, back onto where I was. Unfortunately, at United, the owner, which is Lees, his mother, Carole Lees, had been fighting the cancer for a long time. She had been battling it back and forth, and unfortunately, recently, she sort of lost the battle. But I'm not going to say she lost the war. Definitely not, because she never gave up. She never gave up, and that show was the last United show was dedicated to her. And
also, our condolences to Richard Lees and his family.
Yeah, greatly, because I actually got a chance to meet her. Lovely woman. Honestly, bear this in mind, she was ill and she was more concerned about people, her own family, who were more healthy about their health than her own.
Yeah, and it was a nice tribute to Endon Arms.
It was. Well, I'll be going through the results with that as one. After the memorial that happened on the show, I had to officially start my open challenge. I have to say thank you to the United fans for being with me, backing me up. Okay, we had a bit of a bit of sadness, but it's good that you pushed past it and knew that Carole wanted some serious wrestling, some great wrestling and whatnot. And what ended up happening is this. I made my open challenge clear, and somebody appeared on the show and to accept my challenge. Would you believe who it was? Well, I thought it was only one, but we'll get to that in a minute. Who do you think came out?
Barricade.
I think I would have ran.
No. Mr. Jordan that came out, I heard.
He was later. But he wasn't the first one.
Mark Morgan.
I did not expect him. But to be honest with you, he came out and he was too more concerned about because before I came out, there was mention of a Celtic title being stripped, which was unfortunate because of due to flights going wrong and whatnot. And unfortunately, Jaeger couldn't make it to the show due to not being allowed due to work permits and whatnot in Germany. So he couldn't make the show, which meant he couldn't defend it. Morgan was too busy focusing on a hit on that belt than actually challenging me, but he still wanted to challenge me, but he kept claiming he was he should be the real, Celtic champion, seeing as Jaeger only cashed it in once and he never got his rematch. then Ace Jordan came in, which the last time I was in the ring with him, I was not a very nice person, as you know.
You were the bully.
Yes, I was. And unfortunately, he ended the bully, which, hats off to him. I now thank him to this day for ending the bully. I wouldn't be the man I am today. But he got a bit of a mean streak to him, saying that he's the only Welshman to go for the Celtic title. He's the only one who can go for us. English wrestlers, English wrestlers or English men shouldn't even go for that title. What's up with that? Come on, what's up with that?
I can't comment as
I understand because
as being a Welsh citizen. I kind of agree with him.
No, you may kind of agree with it, but with me, I think anyone could go for any title.
It should be like the United States title should only be defended in the United States.
Come on, this is wrestling. Anyone should go for any title. Come on.
You may have an argument, but never mind.
But then
I'm happy to see Ace Jordan back though.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was until he did something to the fourth guy who entered, which was Jack Union, which was nice. And then we had a big announcement. We got 4 guys in the ring, 3 of them arguing over a belt. I made the open challenge, and all of a sudden, what did I get offered? A Celtic title match for the vacant Celtic Championship. Brilliant. I didn't even expect it. I didn't even expect that. Would you?
No.
Unfortunately, on that night, I didn't get it. But Jack Union did. Jack Union did get the win. After that match, we had the Might against Zirkov and Stevie Mitchell, and we ended up, unfortunately, we had an injury in that match. Ryan Might ended up being with an injury of breaking his clavicle.
Who won that one then?
You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. It looked like the match was going to get stopped. But Keith Myers demanded the match to continue as a handicap. And shockingly, Keith Myers won the match.
Oh, that's good. And the other matches, just give us a quick overview.
The third match was Joseph Connors against the guy who you thought it was my open challenge, Barricade. Barricade went for the heavyweight title, and he looked like he was set to do it. Unfortunately for Barricade, it just seemed like Connors seemed to manage to get his lucky break and get the big body slam to get the big win. Now he's the shining moment, the main event, which was the Memorial Battle Royal. We had many people in there. One person I did not expect to see in there, in an old outfit, because for tribute for his mom, Richard Lees as Kid Karate. I did not expect that. I will say this though, he hasn't missed a beat. I've seen Morgan take a hit in the head, but let's say this, Kid Karate, literally did a martial arts kick so hard, he flew out the ring.
Nice.
I mean, it's one of them. I'm looking at Morgan thinking, I felt sorry for Morgan.
No one feels sorry for Morgan.
But then I realised it was Morgan.
Right then.
Great show. Absolutely great show. But one thing I will say though, we have got another show coming up. United, we've got an international import. A wrestler that's been in TNA. Wrestling against Samoa Joe and whatnot. We've got Bad Bones coming our way. But I believe he might be going against Joseph Connors.
Which would be nice.
Don't hold me to that though. Don't hold me to that.
No problem. Right then, folks. So that's pretty much for our catch up this week. We'll probably miss some stuff off. We will catch up.
I guarantee you.
On
we
future
have missed
times.
some stuff, but we'll either do a catch up, probably at some point, or I might even do if I have forgotten something. I may even do like a little snippet or something.
Yeah. So that's everything for me. If you want to contact me, I'm on Facebook. You can add me as Nathan Goff. A couple of people already have that listen to the show. or you can find me on Twitter at wrestlings44 or breakingthe44@outlook.com.
I also answered that on there as well, on the Breaking the Fourth Wall stuff as well. But if you need to find me, you can find me on Matt Burns UK on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, Matt Badboy Burns. Ooh, serious today, aren't you?
Yeah.
Serious. You can also find me on eBay. You can either email me at mattburns04@hotmail.com. And I believe I mentioned this earlier, I've got my own website, which has been probably updated recently.
Well, with your time. Bless you fucking.
That wasn't me. I just didn't get around to me web design or whatnot, unfortunately. I believe the web link would be www.matt-burns.co.uk.
So that's brilliant, folks. So thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy. Any questions, send them through to
Please
Breaking
send
the
them.
Fourth Wall.
And as one recommendation, as we've always said, please check out your local wrestling.
See you later, folks.